Hi, I'm Patrick from the Adamis Principle. I've got a few slides for you today. Big moves recently, and the first one is dollar rand. They call this the rattlesnake, and there's a good reason. It's very venomous. So the key story for me is, you know, there's a reform, a land reform in South Africa. It's being basically pushed through. A lot of desk talk is basically saying this is going to turn into a Zimbabwe. As a result of this, we punched through 15 and some. We're now retracing and we're kissing around 14 level. That, in addition to a very pristine US macro backdrop, makes my view a buyer of dips. But please be careful. They don't call this the rattlesnake for nothing. So as a result of this, it's retraced quite a lot, and as I said before, we are kissing around 14. But this is a kind of bit of a pivot level for me. But hold steady, because I think the other thing to remember is a lot of leveraged funds ran scared. Institutionals are still in play. If they start to bail, this could hit 17 very easily. So the second slide I just want to talk about, it's on the weekly again, euro dollar. As I sort of previously mentioned with dollar rand, you do have an absolute pristine backdrop in the US on the macro side. GDP 4.1, CPI 2.9 year on year, PCE really healthy, wages not tanking. You know, jobs a little bit of a miss last time, but you know, we are at full capacity. So if you do get a miss on non-farm, it doesn't really matter. And in addition to that, the Fed looks at the 3-month average anyway. And, you know, it's all looking good. Now, the key level here is 113.65. It's the 200-week moving average. Look at the type of bounces from this level. They are of a dead cat variety. So I'm firmly short. The key level, the key line in the standard, the key level for me is 115. If that breaks, like any good, decent comedian, I'll get my coat. So the final slide here is cable weekly. If you ever need a reason not to trade, look at this chart. It's Chop City. What a dog's dinner this is. Now, you know, it's just really difficult. I mean, are we at a turning point? Are we kind of going to turn things around? I'm not sure. King Dollar might have something to say about that. As the bottom line, for me, get out and stay out until we find a decent direction.